Most people believe they have a mind until they try to sit alone with it. The moment silence appears, something restless wakes up inside the monkey mind. It jumps. It complains. It fears. It remembers. It imagines. It is ancient, stubborn, and convinced it is the absolute ruler of your life. Ramana Maharshi never tried to calm this mind. He never tried to discipline it, medicate it, or decorate it with positive affirmations. His approach was far more radical. He taught that you don't need to fight the mind. You only need to find the one who claims to have it. And, if you look closely enough, you will discover that the mind collapses on its own. But this teaching only begins to make sense when you look honestly at where your sense of I came from. Look at your own history. You were born into a culture, into a religion, into a family with particular stories about the world. Before you had language, you were already absorbing fear, morality, shame, pride, rules, and expectations. You learned what a good person is, what a failure is, what is admirable, and what is forbidden. All of this accumulated not because you chose it, but because you were too young to question anything. And slowly, without noticing, you became the echo of thousands of borrowed voices. Ramana would call this the constructed I, the bundle of ideas and memories you walk around defending as if they were your true nature. And this bundle is exactly what the monkey mind protects. When the mind panics during silence, it's not defending you. It's defending the story of you. The identity you inherited, the identity you rehearsed, the identity you think you are. Ramana said it clearly, the mind is only a bundle of thoughts. The thoughts arise because there is a thinker. The thinker is the ego. If the ego is sought, it will automatically vanish. This is why Ramana's questions cut deeper than standard meditation techniques. When people asked him, "How do I control the mind?" he didn't give them a technique to focus. He simply said, instead of trying to control the mind, inquire, to whom does this mind appear? It sounds simple until you actually try it. Because the moment you look for the one who is thinking, the one who is worrying, the one who is afraid, something strange happens. The mind starts looking for itself, and it cannot find anything solid. Thoughts appear, but the thinker does not. Ramana used to say, the thought I is the root of all thoughts. If you chase thoughts individually, trying to solve your anxiety, trying to fix your anger, it is like trying to fight smoke. You can wave your hands all day, but the smoke remains. But if you turn toward the source, the one who claims to own these thoughts, the entire structure starts to dissolve. This is what it means to kill the monkey mind at its root. You are not killing thinking. You are killing the illusion that someone inside is thinking. But the ego, the psychological I, does not die politely. It negotiates. It asks for more time. It says, let me improve first. Let me heal first. Let me finish my goals. Let me fix my past. And this is the greatest trap of all. The ego will promise transformation as long as transformation keeps the ego alive. Ramana described this with a perfect metaphor. The thief puts on the uniform of a policeman and pretends to catch the thief. The mind pretends to be the path to freedom, saying, "I will get you there one day." But the mind is the prison itself. Freedom is not for the mind. It is freedom from the mind. Look closely at the you that wants to change. It is built from memory, childhood conditioning, emotional wounds, comparison, and fear of rejection. That you never asked to exist, it was constructed by repetition and habit. And yet, this is the you that suffers every day. Ramana never tried to fix this constructed self because he saw it for what it is, a mirage trying to heal itself. Think of a wave in the ocean trying to become water. No matter how the wave moves, no matter how high it crashes or how low it falls, water is all it has ever been. Similarly, Ramana's teaching points to what you were before culture, before family, before language, before thought, the silent presence that witnesses everything but is untouched by all of it. When you trace back the I thought to its origin, you don't find a person. You find the same open, aware presence that every mystic, every sage, every seeker has eventually recognized. Ramana said, "That which is always there. It is only the I that rises and creates the illusion of separation." But here is the paradox. The monkey mind will not let you approach this truth without a fight. It will distract, dramatize, intellectualize, or push you into spiritual fantasies. It will even pretend to agree with the teaching. It will say, "Yes, yes, I know I'm not the mind." But notice something crucial. Who is the one claiming that? Another thought. Another mask. Another subtle performance of the ego trying to survive. Ramana never said, "Believe this." He said, "Investigate this." If you sit quietly and ask, "Who am I?" or "From where does this I arise?" you will see layers fall off, not because you detach from them, but because you realize they were never yours. Your nationality drops. Your childhood story loses its grip. Your religion becomes a memory, not an identity. What remains is not a new identity, but the absence of all identity. And that absence is what Ramana called peace. That absence is the self. Why does this matter? Because every fear you carry depends on the belief that you are this constructed self. Every regret, every shame, every anxiety, every insecurity, they survive only as long as you believe in the character you've been playing. When the character is questioned, the suffering has nothing left to attach to. Ramana used to say, "The I that seeks liberation is the I that must vanish." The goal is not to become peaceful. It is to see that the one who wants peace does not exist. When you look for the root of the monkey mind, you discover there is no tree, only branches moving in the wind of thought. The mind jumps because you think it is yours. The moment you search for the one who owns it, the owner disappears and the mind settles by itself. Not because you defeated it, but because its master was never real. This is why Ramana's teaching feels both terrifying and liberating. It asks you to question everything you've built yourself upon. It asks you to stop running, to stop escaping into ideas, to stop negotiating with the monkey mind. It asks you to face the silence that the ego fears, because in that silence, the ego cannot breathe. And if something inside you felt even the smallest tremor while listening to this, don't let it pass, because that tremor is not coming from the mind. It's coming from the place Ramana pointed to, the silent witness behind every thought, behind every fear, behind every version of you that the world taught you to be. Stay with that. Sit with the presence that is listening to these words right now. Not the personality, not the story, not the voice in the head, the one who notices it all. If you follow this thread back to its source, even for a moment, you'll see what Ramana meant when he said, "The I that seeks freedom is the only illusion that must disappear." And when that illusion loosens, even slightly, the monkey mind loses its throne. The entire performance collapses. What remains is the simplicity you've been running from your whole life. What remains is the self, quiet, untouched, unbroken. If this touched you, if it opened even a thin crack in the shell of who you think you are, honor that. Don't turn away. Follow it. And when you're ready to go further, deeper than the mind allows, beyond the seeker, beyond the story, subscribe to the silent way. We'll walk this path together, into the place where the noise falls silent. The monkey mind loses its master, and only the truth remains.